Give it a little bit of spray. We'll open it up, give it some more spray. Ooh, it's kind of dirty down there. I'm going to run some cleaner through this once it's back together. But we'll give this section a good manual wipey down. Man, that's nasty. It's like the more I clean it, the dirtier it gets. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna run some cleaner through this dude's engine. All right, as far as I can really get. Hi everybody, welcome back to part 2 of this Toyota Tacoma. Since this is an unlisted video, I know you've been here for part 1, and I appreciate that, so you already know the program. We're going to do a 2-part fuel system and injector system cleaning. This is part 1. Put the cleaner in the tank, let it run through the injectors. But part 2, the induction side of the service, that's where the skill lies. Kicks. What we're going to do is fetch the IV bottle of chemical delivery and hang that off the hood somewhere, and we're going to tap into this intake manifold probably right here. We'll then fill the tank, pressurize the tank, and it's got a little distribution nozzle at the end of it which will go inside of this tube. We'll run the engine up to about 2,000 RPMs, open up the valve on the installation device, and it's going to send that cleaner through the intake system as a very fine mist. And that mist is going to go through, it's going to coat and collect all the varnish and carbon and buildup that's inside of the manifold and down on top of the valves. Run that stuff through as a liquid, and it's going to burn it off and send it out of the exhaust pipe. So stay tuned, this is going to be a good video. Okay, stick you guys on the vise right here. And we're going to go ahead and fill the tank on this delivery device. Some of you have seen this before, some of you have not. It's basically a pressure vessel, hook shop air to it, which is regulated. It's got an on-off valve and then another valve here to the delivery nozzle. Very fine orifice on the end of the nozzle, and it will send this liquid out as a mist so it can travel through the vehicle's intake. So let's fill this guy up. Pouring things. All right, let's connect this guy. In case you were wondering why I did not tighten up that intake hose back in part 1, this is why. So what we're gonna do is hang this from its dangly bits right here like so, and we will break into this hose. I think I'm going to run this down as far as possible. I didn't want to do it here just because the bend was really tight, and I can't do it here because this thing is bolted onto the head. So what I will do is disconnect this. Actually, I can't go too far with it because I have to seal this up due to the presence of a mass airflow sensor. So we're just going to get this in as far as possible. Giggity. Come on, it's fighting me. All right, that should do. Okay, let's go fetch the shop air, connect that, starting the engine. We'll idle it up to about 2,000 RPMs and install the throttle stop. I'm gonna go ahead and start it right now so it can warm up. Oftentimes this procedure will set off the check engine light. No worries though, we just clear it out and that's that. Okay, fuel source connected. Open the valve. Okay, let me go fetch the throttle stop. I'll be right back. Check this out. Yep. Okay, we've been delivering for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good throttle blur. We want to prevent any of that fluid from building up anywhere in the intake and then getting sucked up all at once. So in case there is buildup, I give it a couple wide open throttle blurts to pull the rest of it through. This is pretty much the gist of it. We just installed the device, make sure we've got flow through the sight glass, and make sure it doesn't stall out or misfire during the process. Oh, it almost died. Now the reason this thing will kick off the check engine light is because it richens up the air fuel mixture, and it can also cause misfires just because of that extra rich mixture. And so a lot of times you'll get a pending code, or you'll get a flashing check engine light saying, hey, I'm misfiring because I don't know why. It's just letting you know that there is a misfire. Even if you don't get a check engine light on these, you want to go back through with your scan tool and clear the codes anyway, because they could be pending and they'll show up on the next key start. So what'll happen is you'll finish that up, go test drive it, bring it back and park it, and release it to the customer. They'll hop in and key it on. Next thing you know, it's got a check engine light. And then they wonder, hey, what did you do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong, you just didn't do that little step because you didn't have the light to tell you that you should have. But again, the most important part is to make sure that this goes in slowly and does not cool up. Uh-oh, I dropped my throttle stop. I see you down there. Oh, flashlight gravity. Twice. Get this thing back. There. Alright, I'll be back in a couple more minutes. We're gonna let this thing ride. Okay, let's check up on this thing. Sight glass is empty. Pull our throttle stop out. Back to idle we go. Power the machine down, depressurize it. Very good. Let's go shut it down and get our hose back. Powering down. Mine, give it back to me. Almost. Come on. There. And now I can put that clamp back on. Click. Assembly is complete. Let's pick up my toys and then we will head out for a test drive. Okay, this guy goes in here. Okay, closing Z-hood. I'm gonna make sure to reach some full throttle moments, because if there's any of that cleaner that has pooled up anywhere in the intake stream, perhaps in the tube or in one of the baffles or even in the runners as they dip and move back up into the cylinder head, we want to make sure that all that stuff gets sucked out. Ding, text message. I wonder who it could be. 2 of them. That sounds urgent. I'm gonna stop and see what they want. Be right back. Okay, personal time over. Let us continue our test drive. Ring. Okay, like I said, I want to get into some wide open throttle action, and right now is the perfect time for that. No, I'm not abusing the guy's car. I'm operating it within its design capabilities. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Like I said, it's a fairly simple process. The only thing left for me to do now is swing back to the shop. I'm going to spray this engine off like I normally do. That way I don't leave fingerprints on the dust. And I'm going to go back in and hit this ECM with the scan tool one more time just to make sure there's no pending trouble codes. all that being said, again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this bonus video. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, have yourselves a great day. End of transmission.